and I feel
And
like they coming to light.
I feel like a lot, and I've been saying this is like streams don't really matter as much no more because most people are reaching towards videos. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people, even whenever they listen to a song, they're not gonna look up the song unless they're like on Spotify or at work or doing something. They're gonna look it up on YouTube and watch the video, or at least even if they're not even watching the video, they're still gonna have the video playing and listening to the song, you know? So like it's just trying to find different avenues as artists to be able to make a revenue of some sort of money. You know what I mean? That's the difficult part of being in the music industry nowadays, you know what I mean? Because you gotta the only really outlet is selling shows and doing shows, you know what I mean? But that's a long road because you could be doing a lot of free shows before you really start making any money for them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You
Like,
know?
cause like you said, most days streams don't be mattering. The only reason I stay tuned with my streams is to see how many people that tuned in.
Oh
But
yeah.
other than that, like you said, for the most part, streams don't be mattering nowadays. They really don't.
Yeah, that's why I really turn the visuals and shit, and I've been trying to focus on doing music videos, just dropping music videos. And I really kind of stopped making music because I was just making music. I made like 3 albums in a year and a half and put them all out. And if I would have just kept being on that road and just kept making music, putting out, I was, you know what I mean, and getting so ahead of myself that I wouldn't even promote none of the old stuff because I'm always on to something new, you know. So that's
Yeah,
why, like, I was like, man, I'm just gonna start focus on videos and finding which songs to make videos for, and it's dope because it's like I'm re-releasing them. You know what I mean? Because High Off
yeah,
Money's been out for a year, but I released the video like it was a single, like it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like I still, you know what I mean? Anybody could find it. Y'all could go find that song on Spotify or whatever, Amazon. But the video, you know what I mean, is you know what I mean? And the videos where you're like I said, like I feel like if you're really trying to be in here to just make music and get rich and shit, then you in the wrong business because you know what I mean. It's an up road. You know what I mean. And you got to hold your own too because everybody once you get out there and you get to a position where you are valuable, everybody's gonna try to take advantage of it and screw you out
it,
of contracts.
it cheat you out of these deals and stuff like that. That's how the major labels be getting them.
Yeah. And you just happy to be in the room, so you go along with it. You know what I mean? Because
And
you
they
feel
and
like
they
the
get with
star.
that advance. They get them with that advance money, and them not knowing that advance money ain't nothing but a loan.
Yeah, well, because a lot of times, like, it'll be like you'll get an advance, but it'll be like you have to sell this many records and type shit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't sell those records, and you end up owing them, you know what I mean? Type shit, and especially, I think that the music industry, it's like made for like an old way. It's like kind of like the Constitution, like we follow the Constitution to such a degree, but it was written, you know what I mean, in a different era. You know what I mean? It was written in a whole other time period and shit. You know what I mean? So it's the same with the music industry. Like these contracts need to be changed to be like current. You know what I mean? Whenever it's like online streams and the way that it is, because everything is set to sell records, but people don't sell records like you were talking about. Ain't nobody sell records no more. You know what I mean?
No more. None of none
So
of
what
them.
what do you think about the
Home.
underground music?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess you froze up, man. If
Underground
me,
music though,
there we
I
go.
feel like the underground music is too much attention to like the whole part of other than like artists that's on our team. But as far as like this year, I feel like a lot of people, a lot of us, a lot of underground artists dropped a lot of great dope projects. So I feel like as far as the underground scene, I feel like the underground scene is pretty dope right now. Everybody's consistent. Everybody's putting out their mixtapes and their visuals and their albums, and it's all dope. I'm listening to everybody's stuff. So I feel like the underground scene is like really consistent right now and really like keeping up the part.
Yeah. See, my only thing with it is I feel like the underground is like this gate was open, like this floodgate. It's like almost open like a dam where they made it so easy to get your music out and to be self distribution nowadays and stuff where you can put out your music that the market is like flooded. You know what I mean? So because of that, it's not taken as serious. You know what I mean? Because everybody's a rapper, everybody got their music on stream platforms. It used to mean something to be like, I got my music on all streaming platforms. What? You're on Apple Music? You're actually in stores. You have your music in stores, but now you got people that make music that's not up to par, and so it drowns down. Like it makes it where, you know what I mean? People don't really take it as serious as it normally would. Like Like it used, like I grew up in Houston, and I remember in Houston seeing people, and it would be like you had to save up, like get $40 an hour studio time. You actually had to go to a real studio to perform. You had to actually pay to have your CDs fucking pressed up, and then you sold them. You know what I mean? Like
I
it was
remember
like,
them days.
but it was like, so for you to do that, it cut out all the hobbyists and left the real artists and real musicians and real people out here trying to do it. You know what I mean? But whenever you ain't got to do all that, and it's as easy as a couple buttons and it don't cost nobody to do anything nowadays, then it makes it where, you know what I mean, people aren't as serious. You know what I mean? You got a lot of dreamers, you know, but there's a lot of great artists though too, you know what I mean? But it's just, it's like you have these great artists, but they're just surrounded by, you know what I mean?
It kind of be hard to tell, like unless you actually sit down and really listen to them, it kind of be hard to tell.
It's just hard to find them. You know what I mean? If you listen to them, then you're gonna be like, okay, you know what I mean? I can, most of the songs that I be playing on here, within like the first 5-10 seconds, I already kind of have my idea in my mind whether I'm gonna like the song or not. You know what I mean? Like like I'm just being on, like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes, don't get me wrong, I'll hear the song and I might, it's not like I'm like made up my mind, you know what I mean? But I can like from the beginning of it kind of see like, because I'll be like, all right, is this something that I like? And then I always try to be like, okay, well, what else can I find that's good in this song, or what is good about this song, type thing. You know what I mean? But
Right.
like, but I feel like, you know what I mean? If you sit down and listen to these artists and stuff and you hear them, you could be like, all right, you know what I mean? You go, it's easy to tell which ones are good. You know what I mean? It's just hard to find them because, and a lot of times these artists, they don't get support from people. You know what I mean? So because of that, they get discouraged and they get to a point where they stop wanting to put out their music, or they don't push their music as hard because whenever they drop their post, they don't get 100 likes or whatever. So they start being like, man, fuck these fools then. And they feel discouraged of posting their shit instead of just posting it over and over and over. Who cares if you're the only person liking your shit? You know, it's like high fiving yourself in public every day. Like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, shit. At least, you know what I mean? At least they seeing it. You know what I mean? Because that's what's important. Because a lot of people see it but don't like it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I had this girl, like she was like an ex-girlfriend of mine, right? And I talked to her recently and she was like, yeah, I'll be watching your streams, but I don't ever like it because I didn't want you to know that, like, you know, I didn't want it to just be like I was like stalking you. And I'm just like, you know what I mean? So you all up on my shit, you watching my streams, but you never interact, never liking nothing because you don't want me to think I'm stalking you. Like that's just like support though, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I feel like people. I mean, I'm guilty of it too sometimes. You know what I mean? Like if you sit there and you liking somebody's post over and over, you might be like, man, I don't want to like this one
Yeah.
again, because then they just go keep think I'm liking everything that they do. You know what I mean? But just keep.
Uh huh.
But as an artist, man, like just like everything. Then if that's what you want to do, if you like, you know what I mean? Because that's what we doing it for. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm glad we got platforms like brothers like you that do the streaming platforms for us to promote our music on.
For sure, man. So what projects do you have that are coming out? I know you're always working on something.
Well, Underdog 2, that was the last project for this year. So I'm done for this year, obviously. But as far as next year, I got this gospel rap mixtape I'm working on. I've been wanting to do
You
this
doing
for
a
years.
gospel? You doing a gospel rap? Hold on, that went over my head for a second. You doing a gospel rap song? So,
No, gospel rap mixtape.
oh, you doing a whole mixtape? Just you?
Um, I might reach out to a few features, but when I do, I got to tell them like I don't want no cussing on this one because I'm trying to put this out to the gospel audience.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah,
That's what's
but
up.
if not, but if not, then I just be on there by myself. I ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna be long. Just 13 tracks. I'm gonna call it God
That's a
Soldier.
full album, man. You be like, it ain't gonna be a long album, just 13 tracks. Like that's
Yeah,
a full album, you know. You know, if you look up how long an album should be, they say 8 to 12 songs. That's what they say
yeah.
for a good
No,
album. You know, if you
mhm,
Google it, 8 to 12 songs. It's because people don't have. It's because TikTok, man, it fucked up everybody's attention span. They don't want to listen to 3.5 minutes each song. Like it used to be, like a song was like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Now it's
exactly.
like songs are like minute and a half. You know, and
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
but you know why? You know why? It's because all these people are using YouTube beats and stuff that are only a minute and a half long. Because go look at YouTube beats. Most YouTube beats are only a minute and a half long. You go to BandLab, the BandLab beats that they have out there, they're always like a minute and a half long. You know what I mean? And that's why people are using, because they're using those beats, man. and they're like, you know,
Exactly.
which that's what's fucking up everything. Y'all YouTube producers, man, y'all need to make y'all's beats in 3 minutes, man.
Well, I don't like that. I don't like that B. I don't like. I'm glad you brought that up, but I don't like that. Beat be a minute and 51 seconds, a minute and 24 seconds. I'm like, what the hell can you do with this?
Sometimes some of the songs that they sing here, sometimes I'm happy though. I'm like, thank God that was only a minute and a half. Like, I didn't go lie, Sometimes I'll be appreciated it, man. I'll be like, oh shit, you know. But
Yo,
some songs though, like they can get away with it in a way though. You know what I mean? But some songs they need like I think a lot of it is like I blame it on like society, and we're so like busy all the time that we
yeah,
don't have time. We be rushing projects, we be rushing songs, we don't be taking our time. You know what I mean? And I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes we get excited whenever we know that something's good and we got something, because whenever you got something, and you're like, all right, this
you
one's
know,
yeah, but sometimes you rush it and you fuck it up because you're so excited that you got something that you know what I mean. It's like you pulled that hook too fucking fast and you ripped it out the fucking fish's mouth. You know what I mean? The fish got away. Where you had something, but you know, so that's why a lot. I always say that man, before you really drop something, you know what I mean, make a song, send it to shows like this. You know what I'm saying? Where people are gonna give you good critiques, so you can kind of get an idea, let other people around you hear it, and then let that song sit for maybe a month or something, and go back and listen to it and see what you feel about it with like a fresh, pair of ears. You know what I mean? And you're not ear blind to it. You know what I mean?
and I feel like that's where shows like this come into play. Like you said, before you drop it, send it to shows like this so you can see how the people feel about it before you put it out there to the people.
Yeah. Cause I'm not. I don't think nobody on the show really hates on nobody. Even whenever I'll be playing around this shit, I be, but I'm being real though. I'm never just hate on nobody, because I'm not trying to hate on nobody's dream. I'm not trying to do none of that. You know what I mean? But
Yo,
I feel like I should be. I feel like if somebody sends their music in here, and we should be honest with them about, you know what I mean, how it sounds. Like you know what I mean,
that's what
like
we be doing, B.
what's the point of sending your music and want somebody to hear about it if you're just gonna send in a bunch of yes men? They're just gonna be like, oh, that's great, oh, awesome, over here, we're not gonna, you know what I mean, but we're definitely gonna let you know,
We not no yes man. We real
yeah,
men. We gonna keep it
yeah.
real.
And Tizzy and Tweezy, they gonna let y'all know how they feel about it too.
But no,
I'm the nice one.
they ain't finna
I'm the nice
sugarcoat.
one. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't finna, before I sugarcoat, I'll be quiet. But them niggas ain't finna sugarcoat.
Nah. Tizzy the other day, he was just like, I don't like it. I was like, so you don't like nothing about it? Nothing. I was just like, all right, go to the next one.
Just like you do with that trumpet. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. But that's just comedy, you know what I'm saying? And I know that's but I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings with it, you know what I'm saying? That's just being, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I say, you know what I mean? I always try to find something good about it, even if it's hard sometimes, even if it's buried, you know what I mean? You know?
Facts.
All right, so, what, I know that we probably already touched on this, but what are some artists that inspired you?
Famous wise.
Yeah. People that people know.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, in the
Give me
production.
a change of life.
I know. I felt like I was just in a drop top with some fucking neon signs flying by me, just hair in the wind. You know what I'm saying? Feeling good type shit. That's like good feeling music.
Oh,
So let me see if we got anything else, man. It's been slow today, but they couldn't stop our stream, man. We still on here. They
yeah,
tried
we
to stop it. They tried to
still
restrict me. They tried to shut me down. They even messed up the comments, made it so I can't even put people's comments on there. They tried everything they could, but we still here, man. We still on here.
can't let them get to you. You already know how it go. If you ain't got haters, then you ain't doing it right. So
Yeah, for real. That's what I was really thinking about the other day, because on my YouTube video, I had a couple people that were hating on it. But but I have you know what I mean, probably 40, 50 comments on there, and there's only two people hating,
And I started thinking about it. I was like, it's almost like a good thing because whenever you're like a regular person or you're just like people, they're not really going to be mean to you because you're just normal or average. But once you become something that they don't feel like you're a person anymore, then that's whenever they attack it because they don't feel like you're a person, and it's almost like you're better than them. So they want to take shots at you, but they don't really take it. You can't really take it personal. It's almost like a milestone. I feel like they, you know what I mean? Like I
I
really
mean,
got on some shit where I'm gonna get to a point where I ain't even gonna read comments and shit no more. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these people are arguing with people in these comments, and they're like arguing with bots, and they don't even know that they're not even real people that they're arguing with. Because on some real shit, like Russia and China, they be infiltrating us with bots and like making us like argue with each other, and like a lot. That's why think about a lot of the comments that you be getting. They don't seem like a real person. It's all like, please, sir, check email. I'll give you organic views. Like, you know what I mean? Or all them hot 97 DJs. Like,
bro, exactly.
man, you should see
Yeah,
my
it,
friend.
yeah,
You should see
it
my,
really does.
I know, like my message request or whatever is just filled up. Please, sir, please, sir, please, sir. And it's sad because it's like if I see somebody that looks like they're like Indian or something, I'm not gonna accept their friend request or nothing, you know. And it's just because there's so many of those scam like organic view people that you know what I mean. And what really makes me mad, it doesn't really make me mad, but it's just like whenever they'll blow up your page, you'll have like 10 notifications all from the one person, you know what I mean, liking everything that you, wow, you're so great, you're an amazing artist, you know what I mean. And then you go check your messages and then they sent you a message, I give you organic views, and you're like, man, I thought somebody was really feeling me. Instead it's just this dude says that to everybody, you know what I mean. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, I gotta stop that, man.
Everything should be organic.
Yeah, it should be real. Who cares about, that's what people they be using like these streams like TikTok and Bingo, all these streams where like a lot of them are just bots that are watching it. Because think about it, if I was like gonna have like a platform, you know what I mean, and you know that people want people to pay attention to them, you would. That's why whenever you post something on TikTok, at first it gets a lot of love, you get a lot of love, but then it starts to get harder and harder to keep getting that same attention. You know what I mean? And it's because they're trying to get you addicted to it. You know what I mean? They're making it create these like scenarios where it seems like you're popular. It seems like all these people paying attention to you, but then like go look at your music streams and you ain't streaming nothing. It's because you're not really talking to nobody. You're just fucking with bots, and it's not even real people. You're not having any, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just make believe basically. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Some
waste of
people be
money.
paying.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's a waste of money, man. These people, because it's just people that just want the illusion, but at the same time, you gotta. It's like if you want people to pay attention to you, you have to
Yeah,
kind of like, you know what I mean, stand out in a way too, though. You know what I mean?
that too. Always, always.
It's like dancing with the devil, basically. Like, you
Mm,
know, because unfortunately, you get known more for doing fucked up shit than good shit in this world for some reason.
I see that a lot too.
You want to be famous quick, go do something bad and everybody will notice you. You know what I mean? But if you keep doing good shit, nobody pays attention. You know, that's why. But eventually you go just full, you know, paid in full and shit. So tenfold. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. But I appreciate you being on here. I'm probably gonna shut the stream down, man, because since I could only really we gone about 2 hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I mean that's decent. Being the
Mm.
fact that I didn't even think that we would be able to even do the stream. I woke up and see I couldn't even stream on mine. So I had to take over Tizzy's page. You
Oh
know?
yeah.
That's why we
Tag
on.
in it when you post it.
Yeah, I already did. Yeah, you can go to Tizzy's page and find the stream. That's where it's at right now. We've been streaming off Tizzy's page this whole time. That's what I was saying. We can't even. I haven't been able to stream off my own page. I had to hijack Tizzy's. I didn't even tell him about it. I just did. He
How,
probably got on there and was like, "This goes on my live." How do you do that?
how long till you can get back on your page? You said a couple days.
Yeah, I'll be back on here on next Sunday. By next
Next,
Sunday, I'll
I
be back
bet.
on. Yeah,
All right,
it,
well, later then.
for sure, man. I appreciate you being on here, man. I appreciate everybody sending y'all's music, man. Major shout outs to Quality Music Management. And we'll see y'all next Sunday. And stay tuned today for the report card at Forest, the 5-ish o'clock, man, with Young Tizzy.